Hello there. How are you? Welcome to Healthy Cooking with your friendly Italians. I'm Jim Vero.
And I'm Marilyn Vero.
And we're here to give you some great recipes that we're going to cook up today. Some corn chowder, some chicken speedie, and a fruit salad dressing. All nice summery things. And we're going to be talking about the farmer's market, as we always do. Give you some hints on what to buy and how to buy it. Summer wines.
Just think about it as farm to table. This
Farm
is
to
what you're
table.
looking for.
That's important.
It is.
Yeah. And I am going to give you the secret ingredient that has never before been revealed. Why do you hear that? Okay. So let's start out with a corn chowder. And, I always say, I go to buy these wonderful ear of corn at this time of the year. I want to buy more than I can eat off the cob, because then I've got all this wonderful corn that I could eat cold or make corn chowder out of.
Well, Jim loves cold corn. He really does. We have corn probably in the refrigerator most of the summer. Cooked corn.
And Marilyn, tell them how much you love it.
Well, it's okay. It's not my favorite.
Okay, and when we cook our corn, we do it a very, very simple process. We take all the stuff off of it.
We shuck the ears.
Shuck it. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes, that's it.
Put it in a pan in about 1.5 inches of water. Put the top on it. Bring it to a boil. And when it's finished, when it stops, 20 minutes later, turn it off.
No, not 20 minutes later. As soon as it comes to a boil, you turn it off and leave it in the pan.
She's right.
Covered for 20 minutes. You time it for 20 minutes in that very hot water.
Right.
And you have absolutely delicious corn because it's really steamed and not boiled.
Yes. She's right, as usual. When you go to get corn, when you buy corn, what you want to do is go to the end, the pointed end. You don't have to pull back the stalk it off, and see if the kernels are all the way to the end.
You can feel if the kernels are there. Just through the green part, you can feel it. You don't have to just pull it away. And you want to make sure that that brown part is brown and not black, that it looks fresh, not having stood around for a while.
And storing corn, always don't shuck it before you're ready to cook it. And take a paper bag, dampen it, put your corn in it, and put it in the refrigerator, and that'll stay nice and fresh that way. So, without further ado, let us make a nice corn chowder. And I had fun doing this, and I think you will enjoy eating it. All right, I've got a nice big soup pot. I put a little butter in there, and I'm getting that melted down. Now, to that, I'm going to add, there's some onions, and red pepper is in there, chopped, cubed. And we'll add some celery. Put that in there, and let that sweat a little bit. Isn't
that a pretty color?
Yeah, that's a nice color. Almost the colors of the Italian flag.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Now we've got the corn that I've already cooked, and easy to do. Just put it on the end without cutting my fingers, and slice down through it. And it won't take us long to get this done. And I've already done 4 other ears of corn, and so I'm doing this. So we're going to put a total of 5 ears of corn in there off the cob. There. Make sure you got a nice sharp knife when you do this, and stir that up a little bit more. And the nice part about these little cutting boards that I have, it's real easy to sort of get everything in there without making too much of a mess. I am a messy cook.
He really is. He's
You
noted.
didn't have to say that.
He's noted throughout the family.
Okay, we've added the corn. Sure. Thank God. I haven't been married to this woman for 50 years. Holy mackerel.
Plus.
All right. So we've got the corn and the onions and the celery and the red pepper, and we're going to add a little salt, a little pepper, grind up some freshly ground pepper in there, and let that cook a little bit longer. And now we're going to add the liquid, and I'm using a Wegmans culinary chicken stock, and I'm just about 2 cups.
You can use that. You can use, if you want it, by eliminating chicken stock and making vegetarian stock and leaving the sausage out of this, you could have a vegetarian dish very easily.
Or you could just use water.
You can.
All
But
right, now,
I think the vegetable stock would give it a little bit more flavor.
Sure, it would. Here's some ricotta that I'm putting into a bowl. I'm going to mix that up with some half and half. And I'm going to use my wonderful wand, an emulsifier, I guess is what they call it, to mix it up with. And this machine it saves me an awful lot of time. Easy to use. You just put it in there, turn it on, and mix it up. And you can make sauces with this. You can make dressings with this. I drink cappuccino in the morning, and I'll put it in there to foam up the cappuccino. It's
easier to clean, and it doesn't take up as much space as
Now I'm using the Cuisinart. I'm putting a potato in there, and I've got the shredder
on the potato.
So I've and just take a look at how nice and this comes out from the shredder. Nice, and that's going to be a thickening agent. There goes the cream and ricotta, and stir that together. And we'll put the potato, the shredded potato, in there. This is going to be a nice thick type of broth, thick soup, I should say. And we're going to let that simmer for a bit, and mix that together. I need to put some other things in there. This is cooked turkey or chicken, Italian chicken sausage. You could use anything you want. You could use ham. As Marilyn said, you could leave it out if you wanted to.
You could even use cooked chicken in there if you chose to.
Or ham or whatever you want.
But this is, again, we're encouraging you to do your own thing. Give you a basic and let you go.
All right, all good cooks should taste when they go through this. Now, I can tell I need a little more spice in there. This is chili powder that I'm putting in. It gives a little extra oomph to it. Okay. And we're almost finished with this thing. And we'll let that cook down. I tasted it. I thought need a little bit more salt. Got the salt in there, and I have got a beautiful big pot of the chicken chowder. I put a little
corn chowder.
Corn chowder. Excuse me. I couldn't say that.
It's okay.
All right. Okay. Now what we need to do is plate this. And I got my, that's in the Italian household, the thing I'm going to use to put that in is called a scoopine.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I'm going to use my scoopine.
Or ladle.
Or ladle. I think scoopine sounds so
I
much
know you
better.
like the word scoopine. Yeah. I like it too.
All right. So there, that's
that with
done.
a very nice fresh salad, you have an absolutely wonderful dinner.
Absolutely. Now we gotta spiff it up a bit. That's some parsley. Add a little green, a little color to it. And these are some cut up scallions. And the dish is now finito, finished, ready to eat, ready to drink a little vino, and enjoy.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. So there it is. And I think you'll enjoy that recipe. It's a nice recipe. So next thing we want to talk about is, as Marilyn said, the farmer's market, farm to table. And we want to look at what we should buy, what we should look for, how we should store this. And let's start with some of the squashes. Your zucchini or your yellow squash, your eggplant. Keep it on the small side. The smaller are sweeter and they taste.
They're more tender.
More tender. So look for that. Cucumbers. You buy cucumbers at the farmer's market. There's no wax on them. Therefore, you can use the skin. You don't have to peel the skin off of a cucumber. So do that. You're much better off with a cucumber. Carrots. Farmer's market, you get carrots with the green. What's the call? What are they? Just the green.
It's the fern or the green. The green part of the carrot. And make sure it looks really nice and doesn't look like it's. I mean, it might be a little wilted, but you don't want it to look like it's rotting or anything.
Right.
So if they look nice, the fresh tops, then you know you have really fresh carrots.
Right. Tomatoes. Smell the tomato. The tomato should have a little smell like a light basil on it, and you don't want them hard. You want them a little on the soft side.
And yeah, there's a big influx now of heirloom tomatoes.
They're ugly looking tomatoes.
There are all kinds of shapes and all kinds of colors. I would say in the last 5 years that's been a big thing, particularly at farmer markets. And they're absolutely delicious. They all have different flavors. Some are milder, some are stronger, but they're absolutely wonderful.
And Marilyn will take those wonderful heirloom tomatoes and she will make a simple marinara sauce that is to die for. And I'm going to get Marilyn to give you that recipe somewhere down the road. The tomato season is going to go on here for another month or so.
It's all again about being fresh.
And
the fresh herbs.
Right.
That makes a big difference.
And and berries. Let's think about berries. You want to take the container, that it's in, that is cardboard. Look on the bottom. If it's all wet and looks like the color of the berries, you don't want that.
You don't want those.
Okay.
Right.
And to help in storage of berries, put a little vinegar in it, just a little dash of vinegar, and mix it up. It'll make it last longer and keep its freshness.
And it gets rid of any bacteria or anything else.
Right. And salad greens. Take your salad greens, buy them at the farmer's market, bring it home, wash it, wrap it in a paper towel, put it in plastic, and put it in the fridge. And again, that is something that's going to last a long time.
It'll last longer, but it also is ready to use when you want to make a salad, which really makes it nicer that you don't have to go the process of washing it again.
That's right. So now I want to talk about speedie. Now, this past weekend in Binghamton, New York, which is the capital in the United States for speedie, they had a festival, the Speedie Festival. They also had balloon rides, and so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about speedie and give you a recipe for speedie. Originally, I would say speedie is a Greek or an Italian or Afghanistan type of product, and the secret to it is to marinate it for a long period of time. And with pork, 4 days, chicken, 2 days. If you want to get into some venison, should be about 4 days. All different types of marinades. I'm going to give you the marinade for the chicken.
Right.
But also, if you want the other marinades, you can send healthycooking at FigureLakes.com, and I'll try to answer them for you or get it back to you.
healthycooking@fingerlakes1.com. That's the correct one, and we'll get the recipe to you.
Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, so we're gonna cook up some speedie, and why it's in Binghamton I don't know, but they have speedie houses in Binghamton, and they're absolutely wonderful. And this is for the chicken speedie, and it's real easy to make because basically it's the marinade. You're going to in a blender put a half a cup of olive oil, quarter cup of white wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika to give it a little oomph, 1 clove of garlic, and 1 diced up red onion. Puree it. Get a pound of chicken, boneless, without the skin. You can either do thighs or you can do breast. I like the thighs the better
I think
because
the thighs work better because they're more moist.
They're moister,
It's
right.
very hard to keep breasts that don't dry out. I mean, you have to be very careful how you cook them.
Right.
So the thighs have more moisture. They have a little bit more fat,
Yeah.
but not much.
Not
I
much.
think you're fine. The thighs are really nice.
And put it in the refrigerator for 2 days. 2 days. Take it out. Get your skewers. You're going to use probably wooden skewers. Soak them in water. Yeah. And skewer your chicken on there. Grill it 3 minutes per side. Take it out. Get a hot dog roll of all things. Put the chicken speedie on the skewer. Put it in the hot dog roll. Close it and pull out the skewer, and you're ready to eat. Now, I like to put a little coleslaw or broccoli slaw on top. Whatever you'd like is up to you. But it's a great dish, and you should try it. Also, in the markets, they do sell a speedie, what they call State Fair speedie, which isn't bad. Not as good as you can make.
It's a marinade. It's a bottled
Yeah.
marinade if you don't want to make your own. But it is available.
It is available, so try that. Okay. It is now time for my secret that I have never disclosed to anybody before. And I got to tell you the story about it. Marilyn and I and the family, we took a trip around the country. And we had a book with us by a couple by the name of Stearns, which is road food cooking or a lot of truck stops.
Truck stops, yes.
Yep.
Recommendations of dives and all kinds of roadside places.
And we were in El Paso, Texas, and we read about this steakhouse outside of El Paso. Well, it was out in the middle of the boonies. We had a heck of a time finding it. We went there and we had a steak, and it was excellent. And it was a different flavor to the steak. And I went up to the owner. I says, "That's one of the best steaks I ever had in my life. What did you do that's different?" He says, "I sprayed it." I said, "What do you mean by spraying it?" Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the secret spray. You know what's in this thing? Sweet vermouth. Crazy.
But it does make a difference.
You take your steak, you want to sear it, turn it over, spray it, then turn the other side over and spray it with the spray, and you are going to be amazed at the difference that steak is going to be when you grill it. I used to do this all the time, and people, "Jim, that is the great steak. What is in this thing?" I said, "I'm not telling you. It's a secret." But
now the world
you were
knows.
saving. I'm saving it with you. So you should try that. Just buy this. I buy this $1, and fill it up with sweet vermouth and use it. And you could push it on your arm too a little bit. But anyways, all right. I'm getting carried away now.
Yes, you are. Just a little bit.
Okay. We also have a dressing for this in the summer. A nice dressing for your
Keeping up with our theme of summer salads that
Right.
are important at this time of the year.
And this is a combination of using fruit and greens, and mixing them together. Mix some orange juice, some honey, some fresh basil, some fresh mint and olive oil, and some white wine vinegar and salt and pepper.
Right.
And then do your own thing. Our theme of do your own thing. You can mix sliced peaches
yes.
and arugula.
That's a very good combination. And the color-wise, it's very good,
Nice
too.
color. Cantaloupe and Bibb lettuce.
Cantaloupe and a little mint in the cantaloupe is really wonderful.
And the basil really works there, too.
Mm-hmm.
And plums and escarole. All wonderful, wonderful things. So I hope we've inspired you to eat well, to try some of the things we do, and go to the farmer's market. And,
remember to buy from farm to table whenever you can.
That's right. And as is usual, there's a couple things I didn't get to, but that's all right. I'll get to them some other time. Now, some other time is going to be a while down the road. We're going to take a vacation. We're going to be away for a month. So we will be back with you in first part of September. Okay.
And then we can talk about all the nice fall things that come in, the fall crops.
Well, we still have to talk about your marinara sauce.
Well, we do. We
We have to talk
about...
Well,
the tomatoes, that's tomato season.
Tomato season.
We'll do the marinara sauce.
I have got a bread tomato salad to die for.
So there you go.
So we got that coming up. We're going to talk about some of the places we visited, some of the wineries that we've gone, some of the things we can have. We got a lot of things to do. It'll take us a long time to do that, but that's where we're going to get started at. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to be on vacation. We'll miss you, but we'll see you.
And we'll be back at the beginning of September.
God willing. Bye-bye.